Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out whether or not you should summon for this crazy weekend of Anora, Talon, Lyra, Valderon, and Ymrit. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so starting off this right away, I'm going to tell you that you're definitely going to be summoning this weekend. I don't think it really matters who you are. You should summon. There's an exclusive event going on, or a limited summon, I guess you could call it. Limited exclusive. Yes, limited exclusive, but they just call it the Argent Summoning. So this is going to be for Anora. Now, Anora is a very special unit. She boosts the abilities or the damage of other units' summons, including her own. So things like Xeris, Sun Wukong, there's all kinds of units that have summons right now that are starting to get these boosts, and it's very valuable. Besides the fact that if you have Ymrit or are planning on trying to get him, she gets a special effect from being a bond skill with him. So, and he's also going to get that effect as well. So that's something you really need to pay attention to. If you don't have a copy, you definitely want to pick up a copy. If you do have a copy, 200 summons guaranteed. You might as well try to get that Awakening level 1. When Noxious Breath is generated, immediately inflicts immobilized state on up to 8 enemies in range, which is just a stun essentially. So this is very, very strong, and the higher her Awakenings go, the better she is, of course, as with most units. Now, Idril's always slow in there, so if you're early game, you don't have an Idril yet, you're gonna summon for Idril. Now, before we get into the other ones, I want to go ahead and show you that there is a special Smile 1 discount going on, or going to be starting on the 18th. So that's going to be starting Friday here, as soon as this special invocation for Talon starts up. And I took the liberty to go ahead and show you what bundles are going to be in there. So if you go to prospector.gg, scroll down a little bit, and then in the news and info, it's the April Smile 1 special bundles event and discounts here. So you click that and open up that page, and it's going to show you exactly what's going on, the dates when it's starting, the breakdown of how the events work, and then the reward tiers for how much W gold you decide to purchase. And also there is special bundles that are going to be on the website exclusively. So in order to get these bundles, you need to go to Smile 1 and purchase them off of the website. They're not going to show up in game for you. But there's plenty of them here. There's the Putrefaction bundle, where you get a legendary hero pact for a Putrefaction unit. It's going to be random from the following list of Araka, Alora, Absin, Calypso, Hex, Kai, Nyx, Razak, Silas, Tallulah, and Yuri. They're all pretty good units. I guess like the only one I would say that isn't, or only two actually, that aren't really that great, is going to be Calypso and Razak. I suppose you could argue that Tallulah isn't very fantastic, but she's useful in more ways than Calypso and Razak are. So there's also going to be Summoning Crystal bundles and Ancient Summoning Crystal bundles and Legendary Summoning Crystal bundles that you can all purchase, and they're all very good deals. So also, when you buy a certain amount of W gold, you're going to get extra Summoning Crystals, or extra tier rewards here. So if you buy anything below $50, I think that's what it's saying, yeah, anything below $49.80, you're going to get this top tier reward. And anything below $99.80 and above $49.80, you're going to get this reward here. So it just kind of goes through a tier of how much you decide to spend. And if you want to use my exclusive Smile 1 link, you just click on the Smile 1 link, or you can click on it on the homepage, or it's down in the description of every single video that I post. But yeah, here you can click on it as well as this banner up here. It all brings you there with my exclusive link, and they do give me kickback if you decide to spend money. And you use that link, they do give me kickback for how much, depending on how much you spend. But anyways, back to the video here. Sorry about that long review of Smile 1. I apologize. Wanted to explain that, how you get in there and do that. All right, so the Argent Summoning, yeah, you're gonna want to summon this. This is gonna be your priority over everything. You're gonna at least want to get one copy of Anora. She's a limited exclusive. Pick her up. If you're early game, you might want to go a little farther. If you don't get Idril by the time you get Anora, but you probably will. Maybe you want to push a little further on that banner anyways, because you want to try to get your A5 Idril, which is actually really strong. She has the ability to increase her range, and she keeps that ultimate going longer because she extends the duration by 3 seconds for every enemy that she kills. So yeah, definitely want to hit that banner. Now, the special invocation and the special divine is going to be for Talon and Lyra. And then we have the unit that wasn't in there for a long time and is finally in there. You're going to definitely want to pick up a copy of Philippa just to fill out your decks. And most of us are going to need to get one copy, and then we can just soulstone her to A5 anyways. But at least get a copy of her. Aatrox and I is pretty good. Aatrox is useful if you don't have him. He's kind of niche. So is I guess. But Lyra, before we get to Talon, we start with Lyra here. It has become much more valuable since the Abyss 1 boss has been released. She has the ability, I believe it is, where is it? Maybe it's in her awakenings here. No, it's in her skills. Where did I not see it here? Cosmic Rift. Oh, it's right here. It's right here in the talent. Basic attack also inflicts a magic res reduction on enemies for 8 seconds. That's a minus 30%. That is the highest magic res reduction in the game. And she has the ability to like copycat Twin Fiend and Soul Cadens, the Infernal Blast Lords for their like focus fire hits, their ultimates basically. So it's pretty cool. She's a really good unit, and she has the ability to remove buffs on the Aegis phase for APOC 2, APOC 1. So yeah, she's just super useful in general, and being able to bring that magic res reduction into Abyss 1 can help you just do that much more damage with her. So you probably want to try for Lyra if you didn't get her from her raid up in the past, but Talon is a very unique hero and just been introduced to the game starting this weekend here. Now she has a lot of unique abilities. I do know that at the higher awakenings, well, I shouldn't even say at the higher awakenings, just in general, against Guild Boss 1, she does out DPS Sylas. So, and that's without any exclusive gear, exclusive artifacts, or anything like that. That's just her. About 130 million you can get out of her in Guild Boss 1, so she's very strong. She's also a Watcher and Piercer. And the unique ability is here is when she can be deployed on both platform and ground tiles. When you place her on ground tiles, she does a really good job doing AoE damage. I've proved that she can solo the damage in Gear Raid 119, so if you're new and you're struggling with Gear Raid 119, you can definitely put her behind the wall there, and she'll just take those guys out very easily. And she also has the ability to convert her attack into defense, or part of her attack into defense when you place her on the ground. And basically, so you can just build her as a DPS, and she kind of automatically converts everything to a little more tanky. So it's really neat how she works. But yeah, she's gonna need really high awakenings if you want to pop that like 200 mil range. I think that's gonna be her max kind of damage. It's gonna be awaken level 3. That's really gonna get you there, and she's gonna do really well in APOC 1 and APOC 2 or Semra. As a ground unit, she does healing. She does, I think she does buff dispel as well. I think she can remove the buffs. Dispels one buff on the target. Yep, right here. And she's just super strong and very unique. So picking up a copy of her is a really good idea if you can do it. Otherwise, you might just decide to just go all in on Anora, which might be my situation, but I'm not really sure. The special ancient summoning, super strong banner. Has Valderon, so he's one of the big 3. Valderon is one of the heaviest hitting fighters in the game. I don't know anybody that, I don't think there is a unit besides like Kagiri or Sumikong or something that can out damage him. He's super strong, and he's a chaotic lord, and he's also an exclusive lord for ancients. So you definitely want to try to get a copy of him, especially if you don't have a copy. Even if you have a copy, you might want more. Definitely try to at least trigger your lord pity on seeing if you can get Valderon. Now, Ymrit is going to be on the raid up banner with Valderon, so he's an amazing unit. Ymrit is very useful, especially for GVG. People fear the dragon. Trust me, they fear the dragon. He's very strong. He's putting out those he puts out a lot of freezes, and he puts out Winter's Bite here. Now, Winter's Bite does freezing, it does slows, it's just so strong and so powerful. Where on his ultimate, he has an amazing ability to just like jump up in the air, essentially start flying. He reduces his block to 0, but he extends his attack range pretty far, and he really starts kicking out that Winter's Bite. And he's an unnamed hero, so he's usable on any faction. Now, the issue with this banner, there's a rate up on both of these guys. So if you're saying you're going for Valderon, you hit a legendary, and you pull Ymrit, it's going to trigger your Lord Pity. And that's kind of the issue. So if you have 200 Ancients, there's a good chance that you might not even hit like a regular Lord Pity within those 200 Ancients. You might just keep popping Ymrit. The good thing is that it doesn't matter. If you get a bunch of Ymrit, congratulations. The unit is just so strong that even if you don't get yourself the Valderon, getting a couple of Ymrit is going to be an awesome situation for you. Now, I don't really have much else to say about that. We have a bunch of events coming up. There is going to be a special giveaway stream. I'm going to go live, and there's going to be, I believe it's 20 contestants. They're all going to get rewards, and it's going to be tiered based on where you're at. And between the 18th and the 27th as well, we're going to be setting out a promo code for 100 diamonds. But also on top of that, we have the 20 rewards that are going to be given to the 20 lucky participants in the live streams. But anyways, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helps you decide on what to summon on, how many to summon, all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out prospector.gg. Check out that Smile One link if you're going to go ahead and purchase. Check out the hero guides on prospector.gg and join the Discord. We're always chatty in there in the Discord. There's over 1,000 members in the Discord right now, and it just keeps growing. Whether it's hero guides, tier guides, stage guides, tier lists, artifact guides, gear cleansing guides, all that good stuff in there right in the Discord. So I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.